The little girl hid the eggs in her bed as soon as she finished her biology class. She firmly believed that as long as there was enough temperature, she could hatch the eggs herself. Unexpectedly, in just a few days, the eggs went out of control and went crazy. She was about to fill her whole bed. On this day, the girl accidentally ran into her mother and a stranger man on her way home from school. Bomi told her daughter that she and this uncle were just good friends. She asked her daughter to prepare for the dance exam. She shouldn't have considered anything else. The girl was very sad, but she couldn't tell her father. She had to hold the eggs in her arms and cry secretly at night. Unexpectedly, the eggs absorbed the master's tears and hatched in an instant. She could only see a black claw sticking all over her body. It didn't look like a chicken at all. The girl was so scared that she hid in her closet. She saw a chicken that didn't bite the bird out of the shell through the gap in the door. That thing was all sticky and smelly. The hair on the body didn't grow. Suddenly, Siyu heard the sound of glass shattering. The girl rushed out and found that the window was hit by a big hole by a bird, and the bird had disappeared. She thought that the hatched bird had returned to nature. Unexpectedly, she came back in the middle of the night. She was a little closer to the girl. The girl looked at the scary monster in front of her and thought she was going to die. Unexpectedly, the bird didn't mean to hurt herself. Instead, it raised a claw that had been stabbed to ask for help from the girl. The girl was so scared that she had a bird's pain. The girl was so scared that she covered her eyes. Unexpectedly, the bird was also learning the girl's movements. The bird looked at the girl innocently. The girl realized that the bird had already taken her as its master. She gently held the bird. The bird also responded and held the girl's hand. The girl was instantly warmed by the cute little guy. So the goddess of mercy decided to keep the bird by her side without her parents knowing. In order not to let her parents smell the rotten smell, she cut a hole for the bird. One by one, the birds began to play happily. But they didn't know that this thing was not a cute pet at all, but a terrible monster. The goddess of mercy was about to bring disaster to the family. At night, the girl let the birds sleep under her bed. In the middle of the night, the neighbor's dog was barking wildly. The girl was upset. The girl casually scolded the damn dog. Unexpectedly, the bird remembered it in her heart. The girl saw a scary scene at a glance. After the girl fell asleep. In the middle of the night, she always felt that something was suppressing her. She saw that the bird she hatched was squatting on her. She spit out a disgusting mucus in her mouth to say hello to the girl. The bird used its long mouth to peel the girl's head to one side. The girl found that the bird had actually killed the neighbor's dog alive and brought it to her. At this time, the girl regretted it. She just complained that the neighbor's dog was too noisy. Unexpectedly, the bird did such a perverted thing. The next day, the girl took advantage of the adult's inattention to quickly bury the dog's body in the garden. Unexpectedly, the brother found out that day. In order to compete with her sister, the brother deliberately told his parents that it was the vicious sister who killed the dog. The parents simply did not dare to believe that the girl was so cruel. The girl had to explain that it was a monster that dragged the dead dog into her room in the middle of the night. Then Bomi came to check the girl's room. The girl was frightened. She was afraid that her mother would find out the secret of secretly raising birds. As soon as Bomi entered the bedroom, she smelled a disgusting stench. She searched the room, but could not find the source of the smell. Bomi pushed the closet open. She found that the skirt used for her daughter's dance competition was also stuck to the closet. Fortunately, Bomi did not find the bird's chicken hidden on the closet. She blamed her daughter. She thought that her daughter deliberately committed some rebellious acts in order to escape the competition. Bomi kept putting pressure on her daughter. If the girl can't get good grades in the competition, don't scold me. The girl was burdened with the pressure of the exam. She had to endure the pain of her mother's cheating. Asterisk, she had to rely on the bird's chicken for all her grievances. She raised the bird's chicken every day. She even told the bird's chicken about her sadness. She even put her own clothes on the bird's chicken. She hoped that the bird's chicken could become another self without fear. After a long time, the bird's chicken really began to develop in an uncontrollable direction. The girl found that not only did she gradually fade the hair on her body, but also grew thick hair. Her every move was getting more and more humanized. The girl was not afraid at all. Instead, she dressed her up every day. On this day, Bomai took the girl to train before the competition. Bomai saw another excellent and very hardworking girl show her envious expression. She also said, "If you were my daughter, how good would it be?" Unknowingly, this sentence attracted her daughter's jealousy. And the bird's chicken on the other side had a heart-to-heart conversation with the girl. She rushed through the locked closet and ran to the street. She came to the girl's classmate's back and was ready to solve this problem for her master. At this time, the girl seemed to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the bird's chicken. She could fully sense the behavior of the bird's chicken, while the bird's chicken was poisoning her classmate. The girl was also shocked. Bomi thought her daughter was under too much pressure before the competition. The girl did not tell Bomi the truth of her classmate's murder, because she already had an evil idea in her heart. As long as the classmate does not appear again, then all the glory will belong to herself. When the girl came home, she found that the bird's chicken had disappeared, and the bird's chicken's mouth had completely fallen off. Unknowingly, the bird's chicken had evolved into a human being. She was about to become another girl. The next day, Bomai told her daughter that she did not actually go out. In fact, her marriage with her father was long gone. They have been divorced. For a long time, just to make the girl feel at ease. Now that uncle wants to live with them. So Bomai took her daughter to her boyfriend's house without her daughter's permission, and there was a young son. The girl could not accept the pain of her mother's reorganization of the new family. Only the bird's chicken cares about her and holds her in his arms to comfort her. At night, the bird's chicken also followed the girl to live in the new house. At this time, the bird's chicken almost evolved into the same as the girl. The next day, Teddy passed by the girl's door and heard a strange sound inside. He wanted to go in and check, but was blocked by the girl. Because he was worried that Yu was in danger, Teddy had to force him to open the door. Then he saw a very scary picture. The man pushed the girl's door open. He saw that the original cute girl was now a demon with a face like a ghost. He did not know that the real girl was hiding behind the door. Asterisk, and this is exactly the same monster as the girl. It is the bird's chicken that the girl hatched by herself. Taddy's hand was bitten by the monster. After that, the girl came to apologize to him. She didn't tell Taddy that the monster that hurt her just now was actually her own monster. Instead, she said that she was under too much pressure recently, so she suddenly lost her temper. Unexpectedly, Teddy not only did not blame the girl, but also comforted her to relax. Even if you can't get good grades in the game, it doesn't matter. As long as you work hard, you are an excellent good child. Asterisk, the girl just found out that her stepfather was a kind man. Long after, her mother Bomai came back. Because Teddy hurt Bomi, she had to help to coax Teddy into taking care of her son. The girl saw that there was a hint of jealousy in her heart. As a result, the monster in the room soon got the feeling. This is when the girl realized that she couldn't have a shred of suspicion. Otherwise, if she was sensed by the monster, she would do evil things for herself. Then Bomi took her daughter to the gymnastics competition. The girl hoped that her stepfather and her baby would go with her. Asterisk, as a result. Bomai said that there were too many people, and it was inconvenient. The girl had a bad feeling in her heart and left the monster alone in the room. The girl didn't dare to imagine what terrible things she would do. As expected, The monster came to the baby's room with a axe as soon as the mother and daughter left. He wanted to eliminate the obstacle of fighting for the mother's love for the girl. The girl who was in the game sensed everything. Originally, she could perform very well. But at the critical moment, she deliberately broke her hand and fell down. The monster, who felt the same as her on the other side, also lost his axe painfully. Asterisk. When Tatey heard the sound, he ran to see. He saw the girl lying on the windowsill and showing her fierce expression. When Bomai brought the girl back, Tatey pointed at her and scolded her. "You don't see anything but yourself. Your daughter has some very serious problems. I don't want to be a part of them." Although Tatey also found that the girl seemed to have two faces, he couldn't figure out the truth at all. After all, his son was almost killed today. In order to protect his son, Toddy had to drive the mother and daughter out. On the way out, Bomi couldn't stand her daughter anymore. The depressed mood was completely out of control. Dad, 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 Dad. At night, they had to go back to their old home. The monster bird also followed the girl back, but the girl was very resistant and drove the bird out. Then the girl came to the mother's room to apologize, but the mother lost the honor and love she should have within a day. So she couldn't forgive her daughter for the damage she caused to her for the time being. Then Bomi came to her daughter's room. She found her daughter shivering in the closet. She pulled her daughter out and told her, "You live with your father." While talking, she combed her daughter's messy hair, thinking about what happened today. The more she thought about it, the angrier she was. Unexpectedly, she used too much force to pull off her belt. At that moment, the girl's face became clear. She sprayed nail polish on Bomai's back. At that moment, the real daughter rushed over and pulled the monster away. Bomi saw the two daughters in front of her and was stunned, as if the monster was about to attack Bomi for the second time. She was humiliated by the master. The girl ordered her to leave quickly and never appear in front of her again. The words hurt the monster's heart for a moment. The girl told Bomai everything about the incident. Bomai suddenly realized that her daughter had failed in the competition. Tatey's son was almost killed. It was all done by this monster. Happy life was ruined by the monster. She was so angry that she wanted to kill the monster herself to avenge herself, unexpectedly. The daughter was reluctant to let her mother kill the other self who accompanied her day and night. She saw that her mother was going to kill her. The girl rushed over. Bomi didn't expect that she killed her own daughter with her own hands. The girl who fell down vomited blood. It happened to fall into the monster's mouth. With the exchange of blood, the monster was instantly resurrected, and the girl was reborn in another way. Thank you for watching.